What's going on YouTube? Welcome back to the channel, 5 Star Trading. And today is a recap of August 16, 2021 trades where I took 2 trades for a net of $741. First trade was on Apple and the second trade was on AMC. Without further ado, let's get to the video. Okay, let's get it. First trade of the day was on Apple. Right now I'm just making sure I got all my contracts set. Okay, I switched over to Apple. I got the 2 minute chart on the top right corner, the daily on the top left corner, the 5 minute chart on the bottom left corner, and the 1 minute in the bottom right corner. And I also got the Qs on the top right corner in that little box. Also got SPY, UVXY, ADD, and my timing sales. So the market is about to open. I'm just waiting to see how the market is going to open. Is it going to be a bullish day or a bearish day? So this is live trading, guys. This is not something that's fake or edit. Okay, we got less than a minute left before the market open. So we're going to see how the trade went. I'm going to talk through my mind process and what I was thinking while I was trying to put on the trade. And as you can see in the pre-market, that Apple is showing some bearish signs. But I knew that Apple was close to the $150 range, which is a big psychological level. So I was hoping for a pullback so I could have a better entry. My watch list, what I was also is the bell, and boom, Apple straight out the gate showing some strong momentum, but it had a strong pullback. I tried to enter right here, but it was moving so fast, price was moving so fast that I wasn't able to get in. I tried to enter again and I still wasn't able to get me in. Then I just was like, you know what, let me be a little bit more patient, wait to see what happens before I jump into a trade and I end up getting myself into some trouble. So Apple is starting to pull back and I'm like, if this pullback shows, Apple is showing some strong strength right now. And right there, I got filled. And as you can see, I pulled up my P&L so I could keep an eye on how much I'm gaining and how much I'm right there. Apple starting to take off. I already got 3 contracts that I'm planning on selling to scale out. So Apple is looking very, very strong right out the open. So I'm just watching it and it looked like it could run all the way up to the 150. So I wasn't planning on taking profit until they get up in that range. So Apple is moving real nice. I'm just being patient with it. I'm trying to let my runners run and not try to sell too soon. So as you can see, price is just fluctuating between the 147 and 145. Boom, and right there, that pop right there shows a lot of strength, and I knew that the trade was going to be a good trade, and it just started to run from there. That big green candle, that first big green candle was a big green candle with a lot of buyers behind it. So I'm just being patient, and the first sign of weakness, I'm planning on selling 3 positions. Right there, I put a sell order out to sell 3 positions. It didn't fill me. Thinkorswim doesn't have the greatest executions. So I'm just trying to be as patient as possible to let my winners run. And again, I see another green candle, so I knew that this trade, Apple had some more room to run. But it's starting to pull back slightly, which got me a little nervous. And as you can see, the wicks indicates that price couldn't move any higher, and it got pushed back down. So I'm thinking about at that moment, should I just get out of the positions and take my quick gains? But I didn't want to sell too soon and then watch Apple soar to the sky. So I wanted to be a little bit more patient. And as I continued to be patient, Apple started to gain more momentum. That's when I was like, okay, let's give it a little bit more time and see what happens. Right there, I sell 3. And right when I sell it, Apple started to pick up even more. Had a slight little pullback. And there she goes. I had one more contract left. I sell 4 at first, but I had one more contract left. I was trying to let her run. I should have let her run. Because if you look at the 5-minute candle, we're still in the first 5 minutes, which shows a lot of bullish momentum right there. But I wanted to secure some profits. I didn't want to let this one run away from me, so I just wanted to secure the gains and just potentially catch it again on a pullback. I was getting close to selling right now, my last contract, and I scaled out. Boom, right there. So that was Apple. The first trade of the day was a successful trade. I was able to make $115 off of Apple. So the next trade was on AMC. So right now I'm loading up. I'm on the option chain. I'm loading up the $35 calls onto my active trader. And right when I got to AMC, it was already moving. And that's exactly where I wanted at. Because it opened up, it had a massive red candle showing that sellers was trying to push the price down. But I knew that this stock was beaten up for months and it had to move up. So I'm just waiting for a good entry position. And right when I saw that big red candle, I'm like, okay, let me be a little bit more patient and see how low the price can go, because I know for sure that this stock was about to rip and move to the upside any minute now. It's just about getting in at the right time so I can get the most potential gains out of this trade. So once I see that price was starting to move up, I'm getting ready to enter in with 5 contracts. At first I got rejected, but then I got filled at 114 with 5 contracts. So far so good. Price is moving up. I'm in the green, so I feel real good about this trade and the entry that I got in. So right now I'm just being patient and seeing how AMC is moving today, and also looking at the left side, looking at the market and seeing how the market is moving. The Qs is starting to show some momentum and it's starting to move up. S&P starting to turn around, and the VIX is starting to go down. So with all those three indications, this trade, I felt comfortable taking this trade. I felt like it was a high probability trade. I just needed to be patient so I can reap the benefits. And right there, as you can see on the 1 minute chart on the bottom right corner, AMC is starting to pick up. And I know once it starts to run, that it has a lot of room to run. So all I got to do is just wait, be patient, let it run, let the stock do what it got to do, and it should turn out to be a great day. And as you can see, AMC is starting to pick up right here. But it had a little bit of resistance and price couldn't get above that level. Seeing that big red candle open up in the 5 minute kind of made me a little bit nervous. I was getting ready to sell, but something told me to not yet, because this stock has a lot of movement it could make to the upside once it get going. So I wanted to give it a little bit of time, a little bit of room to see what can happen with AMC today. I mean, the stock has been all over the news, and I wanted to catch the massive gains and the massive moves that AMC potentially could have. I was having a hard time at first, but then it just started catching momentum. Once it started going, I knew that this stock can run up all the way to like $40. So I'm just looking at the chart real closely, looking at the market, looking at Qs, I'm looking at SPY to make sure that they're confirming this move. And right there, I pull out my trend line, I drew a trend line, and I'm like, if price could get above that previous red candle, I know that there's nothing but more bullish upside towards it. And right there, you can see that big green candle starting to come in. It's coming in on the 1 minute and also on the 2 minute. You can see that selling pressure is also going down. So a lot of sellers are starting to leave and a lot of buyers are starting to enter the market. That's when I knew that I was in the right place at the right time. All I gotta do is be patient. At first it had a hard time breaking that level that I marked, but I knew that if it could break that level, that AMC would be able to move up. And I had my stop in place at lower day. As you can see on the 1 minute right there, it's forming a bull flag, a descending flag, which is also bullish. So once I saw that pattern being formed, I knew that this trade is gonna be a good trade. And if you look at the 5 minute candle, that red candle doesn't have a lot of selling behind it. So I knew a reversal was coming because the first was a big red candle, then buyers came back in and bought the price up a little bit. Then you see the selling. It's not that much selling in AMC right now because the volume is not confirming it. That's why price is not moving any lower. And right there, I wanted to add more into my position. Right now, I'm just waiting for the breakout to happen. And you can see on the 1 minute, selling pressure is starting to go down. And here comes the buyers. That nice green candle right there let me know that buyers are coming in. Here they go. That's a big green candle. As you can see, that level was a tough level to break. So you know that sellers was not letting that level be penetrated. But I knew if the level could be broken, that AMC will run. And right there, it broke the level. Now all we need is for it to close above the level to confirm that this trade is going in the right direction. There was a tug of war at this level right here between the buyers and the sellers. And if you look at your time and sell at the bottom left hand corner, you're gonna see lots of green coming in, letting you know that buyers are starting to take over control. And there it goes right there. Here comes the buying. Big green candle showing a lot of strength and momentum. All right, here we go. All right, I got my descending trend line drawn right there, and I'm just waiting for price to break above it. And I've added to my position, so I have 11 contract. I went from 5 contract to 11 contract at a price at 109. So I'm just being very patient and waiting for AMC to break above that trend line that I drawn to confirm that this trade is actually a good trade. So boom, it broke above that line, that trend line. And right now I'm very confident in this trade, and I know that this trade is gonna keep going in the right direction. So that's a big green candle on that 5 minute. And I know that if price could get above VWAP, which is the little orange line you see there, the orange dotted line, if price could get above VWAP, that this trade is gonna be a very beneficial trade. So right now I'm just waiting for price to get above VWAP and maintain it. So AMC looking very strong right now. And boom, right there, big green candle. All I need is price to hold and continue moving upwards. And if you look at the 5 minute chart on the bottom left hand corner, look at that big green, that previous big green candle. That big green candle got more volume than the previous two candles, which is a bullish sign right there. That there's more buying in that one candle than there was selling on the previous two candles. So right there, that gave me even more conviction that AMC was going to be a successful trade. So I'm just being very patient. I'm letting my winners run. Unlike I did with Apple, I felt like I took profits too soon. But with AMC, I wanted to hold it just a little bit longer to see what it could do. So right there, you can see AMC starting to pick up, but it's starting to have a little trouble breaking above that resistance, that red line resistance that you see over there in the 1 minute candle. But AMC is so strong that price is just marching forward. That's a lot of buying behind that move right there. So I'm up 7% right now, up $100. Just waiting for another leg up before I start to decide to take profits. And right there, AMC is starting to move with a lot of bullish momentum behind it. If you look at the 1 minute chart, you see all that buying that came in. There's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 green candles in a row. And you see the rise in volume. That's a good sign when you see that the volume is rising. That lets you know that the trade is going in the right direction. You want to make sure you have rising volume, whether you're playing calls or puts. If you're playing puts, you want to make sure that the selling volume is rising, which is showed you that price is going in the direction that you want it to go. And if you're playing calls, you want to see a big green rise in volume for confirmation. So right now I'm just relaxed. I'm just letting price move up so I could get the most out of this trade. I'm already up $122. I'm up. So I'm just holding, waiting for another leg up, and I don't want to sell right now. I want to see how high this can go. I know that we could get back up to high day. That AMC is nothing but blue skies from there on. So I'm just being very patient. And it hardly had any pullback. AMC was showing a lot of strength today. So I'm gonna stop the video here and fast forward it. Okay, as you can see, AMC had a massive move up to the upside. Big green candle on a 5-minute chart. I've already scaled out of some of the positions. I've sold 9 contracts already. I only got 2 left. And I just sold 1. I only got 1 remaining contract. And I just put it at a stop. Price was moving so fast that it got me out before I can I felt like I shouldn't have put a stop there if I didn't. I wanted to swing 1 contract into tomorrow, but I wanted to be safe, so I put on a stop, and price was just fluctuating up or down with the volatility in AMC that it was able to fill me and got me out. So and right there I just scaled out of my last contract. So that was a great trading day for me overall. I was able to make $700, $714 in one day. So I'm very satisfied with those 2 trades that I took. Thanks for staying tuned and watching this video, guys. If you would like to see more videos, subscribe to the channel, hit that like button, turn on that bell for post notifications. And with that being said, see you at the next video.